Hey guys, it's Byron here, and welcome to the Valance the Community Awards for the year of 2019. I'm very excited to reveal these to you, but it's very good that these are happening because WSL they've gone and took both the Silver Gold Division and the Gold Plat Division titles. But luckily enough, those aren't the only awards on offer in VL. We have plenty to give out tonight, and like I said, I am brimming with excitement to show them to you. So first of all, we're going to introduce the four categories we have for these community awards. You've got performance, which is focusing on gameplay, your coaching, putting an effort towards competitive goals. The staff and production, which is helping keeping VO, running from the vaccines. And then sportsmanship, being nice, honorable, friendly, etc. And then you've got Flame, ironically, the category with the most awards. That's because you guys are flamers. It's pretty much how it is. But we'll move on to our first category here, which is the performance awards. We will be awarding the rookie of the split for both silver gold and gold plat, the MVP of the split for silver gold and gold plat, the biggest sandbagger, biggest 1v9 player, and the best coach. Now, a lot of exciting people have got these awards, but we'll move on to our first one of the night, Rookie of the Split for Silver Gold. Now, Silver Gold did not actually have that many rookies in it this split. However, a lot of them did show up and put up some fantastic performances. And so there was a surprising amount of competition for this award, but there could really only be one winner. And so the first award of the night, Rookie of the Split Silver Gold, goes to Stronger, mate. He had a fantastic performance on WSL, a standout player, and pushed them towards their the WSLA's first division win as an academy team. So well played to him there. Fantastic performance to Stronger. Congratulations on the award. Now, moving on to our second award, staying with Rookie of the Split, but this time Gold Plat Division. A lot more teams, a lot more diversity, therefore a lot more players to judge here. And so I was actually quite surprised when I saw the result, pleasantly surprised. I'm very happy to see this player get the recognition that they deserve. So without further ado, again, and the award goes to Monzi. He had a fantastic performance on OP Nerds, one of their standout players, and he was a real big contributor to their push for a possible championship win. Unfortunately, Big Boy Dan stuck in there and took that away because of some shady practices. But well played to Monty, and he did a great job. So now, next award, and we've had the rookies, the little guys who have just come in and had a little performance. Here we go, the Big Boy League now, the MVP of the split for silver gold. Now, like I said, rookie's one thing, but MVP, this is the best player in silver gold agreed on by the community. Plenty of candidates here, but there's one winner, and there is already a bit of contention in chat, which I love to see. But the award goes to Sir Jonjo with 30% of the votes. He had an outstanding performance, I should say, actually, in Silver Gold. He smurfed on so many different players. His finals performance especially has to be shouted out. Jonjo played fantastically in that series, and it really had to feel bad because he played his damn heart out, and he's got the recognition he really deserves with this award. Congratulations, Jonjo. Well played. And moving on. Once again, MVP of the split, but this time gold plat. Now, once again, a lot more teams means a lot more competition. And this is one that I wasn't really sure myself, to be honest, who to vote, but we'll have to see who the winner is. As the award goes to Laudio with 35% of the votes, despite an 06 finals appearance from Positive Mental Attitude. Laudio still getting that MVP of the split award. He had once again, another outstanding split for him, proving time and time again that he's such a standout jungler, being able to read the map so well, make the right plays at the right time. Very impressive to him. And so Lodio has got himself the MVP of the split for Gold Plat. Now, moving on to our next award, it's biggest sandbagger. Now, this is always a hot topic in VL. We all like talking about sandbaggers and calling people sandbaggers, but this is where it really gets decided who is the biggest sandbagger in VL. It's been voted. The community have spoken, and I was quite surprised. But then again, am I surprised? I don't know. But the award goes to Islas, 41% of the votes. A divisive sandbagging victory. Or I guess it's a loss. I don't know how he's going to see this. For us there. He smashed the competition in the sandbagging area. And he really does have a really, really strong performance. Once again, it just feels like probably should be higher ranked than he is. And I think a lot of people having that inclination, which should give Last a little bit of an ego boost. Congratulations. Everyone thinks you're really good. Oh, rank up, damn it. But now it's the biggest 1v9 player. Now, the one thing's a sandbagger is looking good, but 1v9, this is a player who can hard carry so many different games and just doesn't even matter who's around him. The 4 wards do not matter. It is about that player in the middle. And so, the award goes to Lodio once again. A little bit tighter this time. 25% of the votes going towards him. It was a tough one, but Lodio, second award of the night. Congratulations. He once again, we've already talked about him beforehand, but he had a very strong performance in the Gold Plat split and really put his impact on the map as a jungler, which is what you want to see. As a lot of junglers kind of struggle to do that in the split, and he showed everyone how it should be done. However, now we're moving on to the best coach. Now, playing is one thing, being able to sit there, get your flashy plays out, but being a coach, a very thankless job a lot of the time. And so we thought we'd give this time to recognise who we thought was the best coach of the split so far. And I agree with the award. How about you guys? But the award will go to Silverback with 42.4% of the votes. He coached WSL to a finals win after finishing third in the regular split, whilst also actively playing on the Gold Plat division team of that same organization. He was not only an outstanding player, but he was able to coach so well at the same time that he deserves this award, truly. So well played to Silverback. We're now moving on to our next category of awards, staff and production. There's 4 awards on offer here. It's favorite owner, favorite admin, favorite content creator, and favorite caster. Now, I know the one I'm vying for, but I'm very excited to see how these awards go, because once again, the production role, especially the staff in terms of admins, etc., really is a thankless job, and they deserve recognition. They really do. But moving on to our first award, it's a real tough one. It was a real tough one for everyone to decide, but it's going to be favorite owner. And you know, a lot of choices here. So many different owners that have come about in this split, and so it's been a tough one. I know you're all really excited to see who's won this. But drummer, please. The award goes to. And look at that. That is utter domination. Joycey, our Lord and Savior. All hail the man, the myth, the legend. 100% of the votes. Joycey, just the best owner in Valorant League. It's proven here. He's just objectively the best owner. And my family is definitely not being held at gunpoint if I do not compliment him. Yeah, he's wonderful. I love Joycey, and we all should love Joycey. Yay! All right, but moving on to our next award. More serious, it's going to be favorite admin. A little bit more competition. this time around. A lot of different possibilities to this one. I know who I voted for, but the award goes to my man Glenn with 48.4% of the votes. A fantastic victory for him there, and he really helped us out, especially near the end of the split with that focus partnership. It's helped bring a lot of new things to the league. It feels like there's going to be an uppage, is that a word? Uppage of quality, we're going to go with it. Next split, it feels like the new graphics, there seems to be a more professional air around the league, and I think Glenn's done a really good job at pushing that forward. And of course, a shout out to the other admins. You guys do a fantastic job, and if it weren't for you guys, there wouldn't be a league. So we love you all equally, but Glenn more equally, if that makes sense. As we move on to the next award, it's favorite content creator. Now, not much content, unfortunately, this split, but that is looking to already be starting to get fixed for next split. So there wasn't a huge amount of content creators to really take, but still, I do think this award is deserved as one of the only real people who did put in a lot of effort this split towards content. So the award goes to our man X Gun Give It To You X Trigger with 40% of the votes there. The Let It Rip podcast been running for so long now, but you can't beat it really. It's a nice relaxing listen. As Trigger ends up inevitably getting drunk on a podcast, which is always fun to watch. You can't argue about that. But past that, he is a really good content creator, and I hope to see more of the Let It Rip podcast come next to that. But now, a very big award for the casting team, who I had the pleasure of working with this split. Favorite caster. Now, I think the person who got this very, very much deserves this award. They put in so much hard work over the split and turned up to every cast they needed to. They really put in 110%, and they've improved themselves so much as a caster. So, the award, it goes to Sir Jonjo with 44.7% of the votes. Quick shout out to Cradden, who sat there still at a strong 28.9%, but Jonjo had a fantastic split casting. I enjoyed literally every cast I had with him. He's fantastic. And he's one of people's favorite members of the community. I think he has a fantastic just kind of aura about him. You want to go and listen to Jonjo. It's just nice. It's great to be around him. But yeah, there's Jonjo for you. That's his second award of the night, so congratulations, John, for that. And there we go, as we are moving on now to the next category, the Sportsmanship Awards. Now, you may notice it's VL. There's not many Sportsmanship Awards. You've got the most sportsmanlike team and the friendliest community member. So moving to our first award of the sportsmanship category, it's the most sportsmanlike team. Now, a lot of teams have this kind of air of, I don't want to say toxicity, but there's definitely a little bit of sass from a lot of teams in VO. So picking this is a lot harder than what I originally thought. But the award goes to the best team in VL. It's Bob. Everyone loves Bob. They're a wonderful team. We love them. Everyone loves them. It's Bob. And yeah, they're a very sportsmanlike team. I don't think anyone's ever had issues with Bob. They're a fantastic team. We love having them around. Let's go, Bob. As we'll move on to our next award. It's the friendliest community member. Now, there are several different people who I would certainly think would vie for this one. I've had several different votes from different people, which are all viable. But the award, it goes to, once again, it's a lovely man to be around. It's Sir Jonjo, 39.5% of the votes. He's just a lovely man, isn't he? We love Jonjo. He's now got 3 separate awards here. Well played to Jonjo. A truly beloved community member. We all love him. We love you, Jonjo. and I think he's deserved every award he's got. And he certainly is the friendliest community member. Don't think there's any arguing that. But now moving on to the category where most VL players fall under. That's right, it's the Flame Awards. You guys have a little bit of trash talk about that banter, toxicity, you could say. Well, here we go. We have the player with the worst connection, most toxic team, player with the biggest ego, best trash talker, biggest drama queen, biggest general chat spammer, the Dade Award for the players, the Dade Award for the teams, and the funniest bands. And 9 different awards here for you guys because you're just so toxic, really. But moving on to our first award, the Flame Awards, it's player with the worst connection. Now, a lot of people in the chat saying that if they didn't get this award, they'd be really, really mad. But I don't think you can be mad when you see who actually got the award. VL infamy, really, for this player. But the award goes to. That's right. It couldn't be anyone else. Every time that pause nails down, all chat, Harshy question mark has to be done. And Harshy, once again, coming up big with the worst connection. Well played there with the ping. We'll always be spamming that all chat as best we can. Unfortunately, with some new rules, maybe we'll have to sneak in the Harshies a little bit more carefully. But it's still possible, and we all have. It's one of the age-old Balance League memes. So thank you, Hashi, for that. We love you. Moving on to our next award, it's the most toxic team. Now, for me, there was plenty of candidates for this one. Lots of trash talk, especially in that VL trash talk server. You guys got in, but I think asking my people, I think we have a consensus, and the award goes to. That's right. It's World Save Lives with 30% of the votes. One of the closest votes you've really had. Only a 10% difference between WSL and Ike. And then PMA is still at a strong 12.8%. Very, very close. But WSL just inching them out thanks to some fantastic trash talk from some community members of theirs. So well played to them, most toxic team. You earned it. You really did. As we will now move on to our next award, is player with the biggest ego. Now, we all have big egos. I'm starting to get a pretty big ego, but it's natural. You're playing well, you're feeling good. But this is for that player who just does not let go of that ego. Just time and time again, they'll make misplay after misplay, but they'll be like, nope, I'm still the best. And that player is Bauer with 40% of the votes. Our streamer here today. But very, very large ego on him. Just like to spend a lot of his time in the trash talk server, trying to argue that you could say bring others down, you could say push himself up. There's 2 ways to look at it. But Bauer earning the award of the biggest ego. You better hold on to that one. As we move on to our next award, it is the best trash talker. Now, once again, referring back to the VL Trash Talk server, it has been host to some fantastic burns over the split, but there can only be one winner for the best trash talk award, and that will go to, once again, not only is he the player with the biggest ego, but he's also the best trash talker. It's Bauer, 22.6% of the votes there. And he did have some pretty good trash talks. I believe, in the words of Slacking, he did say that Bauer has a really bad trash talk about 7 times out of 8, but that 8th time, he'll hit an absolute banger. And so there you go. That's the review of Bauer's trash talk. He has a few bangers in there, and well played to him for getting that award. Well done, well done. And now, next award, biggest drama queen in VL. There are a few candidates for this, but there is a lot of opinions out there. Chat's already split. It's great. But the award, it goes to a banned community member thanks to the amount of drama they caused. He truly is the biggest drama queen. It's Looney. Earning awards was outside of the league. Well played to him. He certainly stirred up a lot of drama. The biggest contrarian I think I've ever known, for better or for worse. Just like to be that devil's advocate, and that's led him down to the route that he is the biggest drama queen in VL. There you go. But there we go. Congratulations, Looney, if you're here, which probably isn't, but who knows? As we move on to our next award, it's not the Dade. Oh, wait, it's not the Dade Award. I'm missing. It's the biggest general chat spam. And there are plenty of people who use that general chat a lot. You got John Job with his gifs. You got Drigger with his trash throw. You got plenty of things to find in general chat. All manners of different people, but there can only be one winner, and the winner is. It is Couchy with 22.6% of the votes. A quick stat for you guys. Couchy had 22,000 messages sent in general chat, which is absolutely mad. Couchy always available to chat, always there in general chat and having a little nah, which is always great. Keeping the community active. We need people like that. So thank you, Couchy, for doing that and coming along. And yeah, here we go. Now we're at the award, the Dade Award, for the players. Now, what the Dade Award is, to give some context, I believe it was season 3 or season 4, something like that. A player called Dade was expected to be top 3 in the world, at least as he came to the World Championships, and then he completely crashed and burned, had an awful performance, and instantly lost his status. Now, we're applying this to VL, so this is the most hyped player coming into the split. He failed to meet those expectations. Now, the first one is for the players, and the award goes to the biggest sandbagger. It's last. So not only does he sandbag so much, and he had so much hype around him at the start of the split, but he unfortunately didn't get the performance that he really wanted. And so it meant that there we go. He's got the Dade Award for players. Congratulations, Last. And if Last didn't get it, if there's still some confusion, the Dade Award is the award for the most hyped player who failed to meet their expectations. So you were too hyped, Last, essentially what we're saying. As we move on to our penultimate award of the night, actually. It's the Dade Award for teams. So now we've had it for players. We talked about Last, hyped up. But what was the team that was really hyped up and then just didn't do anything? And there were certainly a few conversations about this. You could talk about certain points in the split where people are hyped up, but the winner of the award is Team Vigorous there, with 24% of the votes. Very close, though, to Ike and PMA, both on 21% of the votes. Well done, Team Vigorous. You ended it. You are the Dade of teams for VL. Congratulations. Maybe they'll be able to come back swinging next split. We'll have to see if they're able to adapt to the new rule changes. But now, final award, and my personal favorite. It's the funniest ban. Now, this is a very contested one. There have been plenty of funny bans over the split. Some well-timed ones, some ones that are just hilarious because of the circumstances. But I think there are plenty of different options here. But the award goes to it's Big Boy Dan with 30% of the votes, getting banned for smurfing as his team wins VL Gold flat. That is unlucky as it can get, but just don't smurf them now, and then you don't have that problem. And that caused a little bit of disarray as we had to rush to get the games done before preseason started. And then 25% of the vote, Cyrus, with his sneaky shenanigans to try and get into Ike's coaching staff and have some sabotage work being done. So good try, Cyrus, but Big Boy Dan has pipped you there. Unfortunate. As there we go. It's the end of the awards for tonight, but we will recap the awards that were given So moving on to our first category, it's the Performance Award. So Rookie of the Split for Silver Gold is Stronger. Rookie of the Split for Gold Plat is Monzi. MVP of the Split for Silver Gold is Sir Jonjo. MVP of the Split for Gold Plat is Lordio. Biggest Sandbagger is Last. Biggest 1v9 player is Lordio. And Best Coach is Silverback. Moving on to our next category, Staff and Production Awards. So the favorite owner, of course, it's Joycey. Would it be anyone else, would it? Favorite admin is Glenn. Favorite content creator is Drigger. And favorite caster is, once again, Sir Jonjo. And moving to our next awards, Sportsmanship Awards. Most sportsmanlike team, blah, 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 blah. And the friendliest community member, Sir Jonjo. And our last category of the night, Flame Awards. Player with the worst connection, Harshy. Most toxic team, awards save lives. Best trash talker, it's Bauer. Biggest general chat spam, it's Couchy. Player with the biggest ego, Bauer. Biggest drama queen, Looney. The Dade Award for players, Last. The Dade Award for teams, Team Vigorous. And the funniest ban, Big Boy Dan. Now, thank you all for coming along and watching the VL Awards. I hope you had a fantastic time, but this is not the end of VL. We have a very, very exciting split on our hands coming up next year with a new point system for ranks, and that's going to spice some teams up. And will WSL continue the legacy? That's kind of the storyline coming into the split now, because they've won everything. Can they keep winning, or are they going to run out of momentum? Like, I'm really interested. But thanks to everyone for coming along. It was wonderful to have the chance to host this. And quick congratulations, by the way, for Sir Jonjo for becoming head caster. I forgot to congratulate him, but he has moved up now. Rightfully so, as he is the community favorite caster. He deserves that spot. And so, once again, congratulations to Jonjo. Got the triple as well. 3 awards. But thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.